with this. That's part of the job description, though. You got to be a little bit weird to do this stuff. Now for the first trick in the show. This is the trick where the magician tears up a piece of paper, and we all say my daughter's favorite magic words, which are bippity boppity boo, and the paper goes back together. Are you ready to see it? This is called the torn and put back together again paper trick. Boy, that's a creative name. Okay, here we go. Watch, everybody. I want to take this little piece of paper. My young assistant here is going to help me out. She's going to tear it into 4 pieces. By the way, she belongs to me. So there you go, Tess. Tear it into 4 pieces. Do it as quick as you can. Good. 1. Oh, that's right. Okay. No. Oh, we need to rehearse this a little bit more. 2. 3. Why don't you go for 5 pieces, Tess? Make it even more challenging for me. Okay, perfect. All right. 5 pieces of torn paper. They go down inside the little metal pan, right, Tessa? And then I'm going to add some of this stuff right here. Tell them what it is, Tess.
Magic potion.
Magic potion. Just put a little right there in the middle. All right, that's perfect. That's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of heat with one of these magic fire sticks that I keep over here inside the box. All right, there we go. Now you don't let that burn very long. That makes the library management nervous. We all say the magic words. Bippity boppity boo. Say it, kids.
Bippity boppity boo.
And the paper goes back together. Surely it worked. Oh, boy. You know, it's really, I guess we used the wrong magic words. The paper didn't go back together, and all we got was this rabbit out of the deal. Isn't that disappointing? No, you can't bet him. Not right now. Maybe after the show we get. No, it's not real. I just have to clean a cage for no reason. Yes,
is that a real bunny?
Tessa, do tell everybody, by the way, she's excited to be here at the public library in Lee Summit. I can tell by that excited look on her face. Doesn't she look excited?
Is that a real bunny?
She looks terrified. Yeah, horrified, right. Tess, tell everybody the name of the bunny. Sophia Mrs. Tinkle. Yeah, there's a story behind that name, but we're going to leave it out of the show for tonight, okay? Okay, which one of you parents wants to volunteer your kids to come up here and get tied up with a rope? Yeah. No. Parents, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to my friends in the audience here today. No, put your hands down. Put your hands down. I'm not going to tie anybody up with a rope. I started getting some bad press.
Dang it.
I left it out. All right, here we go. But we are going to do a trick with a rope. And I brought a rope, and it's about 6 or 7 feet long. And you smart kids out there in my audience tonight, you tell me, how many ends does this rope have?
2.
Nice job. You were the first one. 2. What if this rope was 1,000 feet long? How many ends would it have? 2, exactly. It's like every rope in the world. If it's one rope, it has 2 ends, right? Here's the part I can't figure out. Look at this. If I have a rope with 2 ends and I cut this end off, now I have a rope with 1 end. Any questions, kids? No. Okay, well, if I cut this end off, now I have a rope with no ends. You ever seen one of those before? You haven't. No, you haven't. There's no such thing. You cut them off and they grow back. Isn't magic fascinating? Not from the looks on the faces I see down here. Not terribly fascinating. By the way, don't try that. By the way, don't try that with your, hang on, kids. Shh, let me talk, all right? Don't try that with your fingers. It doesn't work the same way. 2 ends and how many middles? Somebody knows. Okay, I'm going to bring the middle up like this. 1 middle. I cut the middle exactly in the middle. Now, did you hear what I said? Exactly in the middle. That means these 2 pieces are the same exact length. Please tell me I haven't messed it up. I messed it up. This is embarrassing. I'll tell you what. We'll just start over with 1 long piece of rope. Thank you for the applause.
You guys see that?
Thank you for the applause. Maybe you were just stunned. I'll try it again, even though you didn't ask. I'll try it again because you didn't know what to expect. Watch, I cut through this part of the rope right here. I cut through this part of the rope. I take the cut ends, I put them over here in my left trousers pocket, and now I like that old-fashioned work, by the way, trousers. I'm trying to bring it back. 1 magic show at a time. I'm working on it. You'll see it come back. I want to take this pair of scissors and tap right through the pocket of my trousers, and I'm going to say the magic word that I learned in church. Bingo. You're welcome back there. I should leave that out of my act because I'm not Catholic. I have no right to tell that joke. Watch now as I remove the ropes, and hopefully it's not ropes, it's a rope. Did it work?
Wow.
One more time. What in the world is going on here at the public library in Lee Summit? But you know, folks, I could stand up here for the rest of the evening and cut this rope and put it back together, and it would be even more boring for me. No, I love this trick. So I'm going to get an audience volunteer to come up and cut the rope. Oh, I saw your hand go up first, sweetheart. Big round of applause for my first audience volunteer. Ladies first here on the Eric on Magic Stage. All right, stand right over here, and I love your outfit. Oh, there you are right there. Boys rule. Yeah, you keep that attitude up, buddy. You know, I'd like to see you in about 35 years. They're going to beat that out of you. Okay, what's your name? Madison. I'm so they call you Maddie around the house there. They do, okay. Maddie, I want you to take these scissors and be very careful. They're extremely sharp. Be very careful because I don't want to get hurt, okay? No, I said that the wrong way. I don't want you to get hurt, young lady. Whatever happens, since I forgot to renew my performance liability insurance, then you just be really careful, okay? So be careful. And just hold them like hedge trimmers like this. Can you do that for me? And go show everybody how you're an expert. Good, all right, well, a couple more times. I think you got it. Maddie, 2 ends and 1 middle. The middle comes up like this, and you're going to cut the rope. Just remember, concentrate, focus, and remember, pink fingers, white rope. That's very important, okay? You want to cut the white part, because if she cuts the pink part, we're going to see red, and what would that be?
Blood.
It would be blood, and the show is over. We don't want to hurt the magician, right? Or we don't want to scare the kids, that's for sure. Nicely done. Okay, Maddie, you stand right there. I'm going to try to put the rope back together. Okay, I almost have it, but not until all my friends here at the Mid-Continent Public Library in Lee Summit, all you kids, reach up into the atmosphere and grab some of that magic dust that's always floating in the atmosphere at the library. You can help out too, Maddie. All right. A big handful. Now I want you to, everybody, I want you to throw it up here at the cut pieces of rope. Oh, good. Okay, I got a little in my eye. It's all right. It goes away pretty quickly. Now, everybody,
That's okay.
the rope goes back together. And this is a really good trick if you just don't pay attention to that. Really? You kids can tell me that's tied?
Yes,
Well, does
it's
it look like magic to
tied.
you? All right, Maddie. Well, let's see if the kids like it better if I take that knot and slide it to this end of the rope. Is it better down there?
What?
Is it better down there? Some of these kids don't like it. Let's put it on this end of the rope down here. Is it better down here? Oh, they're gonna make me have to do what I have to take the knot off the rope. The rope goes back together. And the best part about this trick is, Maddie, my first audience volunteer, she gets a souvenir. It's the magic knot. It's what you've always wanted, right? Thanks for being so nice to me. Is she good? And now, Maddie, listen to this next part right here. I'll get you up for the sword trick in a little bit. Not yet. Okay. Well, I don't have time for everybody. So now, Maddie, listen closely. Whatever you do, don't untie that knot, okay? Because then it'll just be a piece of rope. It won't be a magic knot. And then tomorrow morning, or here tonight before you go to bed, that's the first thing. Put it underneath your pillow, okay? And then tomorrow morning, when you wake up, before you go to school, I want you to look underneath your pillow. Instead of that knot under there, there'll be a $5 bill under your pillow. And your mom is videoing that here tonight, so you have video proof. There'll be a $5 bill under your pillow. Just remind your mom that the magician at the library said that. It works like magic every time. Wouldn't she great? Give her a round of applause, our little ballerina. You want a magic knot? I'm not sure your parents are ready for that. I like to go to the toy store. Any of you kids like to go to the toy store? You do?
Let's go to the toy store.
Well, my daughter Tessa and I, you met her a little bit ago, we like to go to the toy store. And the other day, a couple weeks ago, we went down to the toy store. We found something marked down half price. And I bought it. Folks in the back, you know why? Yeah, another way to say it is I'm cheap. I am cheap. So here's what happened though. I bought this thing, brought it home, I took it out of the box, and we figured out right away why it was marked down. No instructions inside the box. You know what I'm talking about, that thing that your husband never reads when he's trying to put something from IKEA together? Maybe instructions. Yeah. So it didn't come with any instructions, and my daughter and I have not seen anything like this before, and I thought, well, we can't figure out what it is. I thought, I'm going to take it out to the Lee Summit Mid-Continent Public Library for our Tricks and Treats Magic Show, and maybe some of you kids can help me out and figure out what it is. You ready to help?
It's a fidget toy. I want to.
Well, you're just going to help out from out in the audience. I appreciate all the volunteers that we have here tonight. Okay, you kids sit right there because you're all going to help me out. Okay, here's the orange tube. Here's the orange tube right here. About the only thing we can figure out so far, or this is the toy, about the only thing we can figure out so far that there's an orange tube in the middle. Now you kids tell me, what color is it? Nice, they figured it out right away. These kids are quick today, aren't they? Over here on this side of the orange tube, there's a blue pom-pom. These are all made out of yarn. Under here, there's a yellow pom-pom. Up there, there's a white pom-pom. And underneath there, there's a red pom-pom. Kids, did I get the colors right? You watch me close because I mess it up sometimes. You can also tell this blue pom-pom is connected to this yellow pom-pom by a long string on this side, and the white pom-pom is connected to the red pom-pom by a short string here. But here's where things start to get strange. Watch this. Look, if I pull on the red pom-pom, now the yellow pom-pom is the high pom-pom, and the red pom-pom is the low pom-pom. And look, if I pull on the yellow pom-pom, the red pom-pom is the high pom-pom, and the yellow pom-pom is the low
What thing I
pom-pom.
know
There
what it
are more than one string.
Wait till the end of the trick. And can you see this, everybody? We're back where we started. That's with the blue pom-pom connected to the
string
yellow
is
pom-pom
in
by a
the
long
tube,
string
and
on
it
this
goes-
side, and the white
Pom, the
pom-pom is
string is
connected
like in
to the
the
red
tube.
pom-pom by a short string over here. So we're back where we started, everybody. We haven't learned anything yet, have we? No. Hey, no, we have to. You know what we learned? We've learned that Eric the Magician can say the word pom-pom. Anybody here notice? Guess not. If you haven't noticed yet, there's still a chance. Things are going to get more strange. Watch. If I pull on the white pom-pom, now the yellow pom-pom is the high pom-pom, and the red pom-pom is the low pom-pom. Yep. And if I pull on the blue pom-pom, the red pom-pom is the high pom-pom, and the yellow pom-pom is the low pom-pom. And now we're back where we started. Long string here and short string here. Miss Michaela, we're just going in circles, chasing our tails, aren't we? Wait a second. Wait just a second. I think I'm starting to figure this out. It's really simple. Look, the yellow pom-pom is connected to the white pom-pom. The white pom-pom is connected to the red pom-pom. The red pom-pom is connected to the blue pom-pom. And the blue pom-pom is connected to the yellow pom-pom. Isn't this stupid? Now I know that's not a nice word to use in front of the kids, but I think it applies in this case. You know something? There's always a couple of people. I see some of you kids and adults, you look a little confused out there. So we're going to make this less confusing by saying the colors at the same time. Are you ready to help me out? All right, don't leave me hanging. Here we go. The yellow pom, I'll give you this one for free. The yellow pom-pom is connected to the white pom-pom is connected to the red pom-pom is connected to the pom-pom is connected to the I even heard some of you adults get it right. Nice job. And see, now you folks know as much as I do about this thing. No, that's not true. The only thing that I know that you kids probably don't know, nobody in the whole wide world has ever seen a long string on this side and a long string over here until now. And here's the really, really strange part. If I separate this tube in the middle, you'll see there's no reason in the world that this trick should even work. Look, there are no strings inside that tube. And now I really wish this thing had come with some instructions because I'm more confused now than I was when I got here. Which is saying a lot, I gotta tell you. It's saying a lot. More confused now.
the tubes are
Actually, folks, I think I finally figured this thing out. I finally figured it out. You know what this is? This is just one of those time waster toys they sold me down at the toy store. Like a fidget spinner. Any of you kids ever seen a fidget spinner?
Yes.
Couple of you? That's a big surprise. Yeah, all the hands should go up. I'm tripping on them at my house. That's right, it's a time-wasting toy, and it did a pretty good job of wasting about 5 minutes of our time that we'll never get back. And it's also here to drive everybody a little bit nuts. I can tell by looking at most of the faces in the room, it works pretty well. And it's also here to drive everybody all around the corner and up a pole. And there you go, all short, and that's the end of the pom-pom routine. Thank you very much. All right, Tess, are you ready to do something? Okay, stand right over here. Got your shoes tied and everything. You look great. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I know you don't. Okay, Tess, Tessa has been working on a magic trick. She wants me to turn into the assistant, and then she's going to help you perform her magic trick. We're going to do okay, she wants me to show, I'm supposed to show everybody here that the hat is empty. The little magic top hat, all right? Empty hat. Now, Tessa, I want you to do some magic. Wow the kids, all right? First, you gotta do, first of all, you gotta do what we were practicing earlier. You gotta reach up into the air.
And grab some magic wands. And throw them all in there. They will magic themselves.
All right, show what happened, Tess. What kind of magic did you do
And
there?
boom.
Oh my gosh, everybody, look at that. Isn't she amazing? The magic top hat. Okay, put that over my arm. Okay.
Look at that.
There we are. Okay, now one more time. Hat is empty. We got to start from scratch. All right, Tess. What are they going to reach up into the air and grab now? You said something about fairies.
And you're gonna grab fairies up in the air. Grab the whole vehicle.
And reach into the, throw them into the hat. And what do you got now?
And now.
Oh my gosh, we got a. We got a trend going here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. Right across there. Perfectly done. Okay, now, one more time. We start from scratch. Tessa,
Dun,
what are they going to
dun,
reach up in the
dun.
air and grab now?
I'm doing it like this. So see. Dun,
Which is broomsticks? Okay. Throw those into the hat. Okay. Oh, gosh. What do we got here, Tess? We got a...
Red for the red, white, and blue.
I'm going to retire in a couple of years, I think. Never habits. Oh man, I started doing magic when I was 6 years old when I started doing magic tricks. That's how old Tessa is now. And right now, I'd like to perform my very first magic trick that I started doing when I was 6. Y'all ready to see it? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now I got to set this up. My mom would have her friends come over to the house, and then they go into the kitchen there in the house. Any of you kids have a kitchen at your house?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. So you go in there, and they go into the kitchen, they sit around the table and drink coffee and talk to each other. And I thought, well, that sounds really boring. I've got to go in there and rescue those ladies. They're going to get bored to death in there griping about their husbands sitting around the table. So I would walk in there and I'd grab a little container of water. I said, I got to liven up the party. I'd grab a little container of water, kind of like this one, and I'd shuffle into the kitchen, walk up to the table, and my mom and all of her friends would sit there and watch me do this. Now, do not forget, I was just 6 years old. Remember that. Here we go. You know what I called it? The disappearing water trick, and my mom and her friends reacted just like these kids sitting down here. And then they started talking about maybe getting me some professional help. So my mom said, don't worry about it, Eric. You hang in there. One of these days you'll be able to figure out the real disappearing water trick, okay? A couple years later, after I worked on it for a while, I had it figured out. And I would invite my friends to the house. Yes, indeed, even I had friends. And they would sit in the living room, kind of like these kids are here right now, and they would watch me do this, okay? Now, they would sit there just like the kids are going to sit and watch me do and pour some drinking water into an empty cup. My mom would buy me these little styrofoam cups. Now, I know one thing about you newfangled modern kids in my audience here tonight, and that is you have no idea what this thing is right here. Boy, the computers haven't completely taken over yet. These kids are sharp, just like this pencil. Watch closely as Eric the Magician takes a pencil, and this is what my friends watch me do. Take a pencil, I push it from this side of the cup to the other side of the cup. And as my friends could see, and just like you kids could see now, the water wasn't coming out of there. And some of them said, that is amazing. But one of my friends had to ruin it for everybody. He said, that's because the pencil's blocking the hole and the water can't come out of the way. Yeah, right? And I thought, that's a pretty good theory. But none of my kids could explain this. None of my friends could explain this. When I put my hand over the mouth of the cup and turn the cup upside down, the water still doesn't come out of the cup. You know why? I'll just tell you why. I'll tell you why, so you don't have to guess. It's because you're watching a magic act. And I did a magic trick where you saw me pour the water from the bottle into the cup and then completely make it disappear. I'll take the pencil out of there to see if the water comes out. Well, of course it doesn't, because I finally had it perfected. The disappearing water trick. And everybody, do you know what about this trick? Do you know what? What? I'm glad you asked. Thank you. It's over. That's what. The end of the disappearing water trick.
How does he do that?
I don't know, but
All right, everybody, let me get your attention. If you think that trick was great, this next trick here is just a little greater. Really, I don't usually get that good of a reaction. Michaela, I'm not trying to leave you out back there. This is for you. This one's even bigger. Yes, that's the answer I'm looking for. And it came from my kid. She's seen the joke before. She's heard the joke before. All right, here we go. It's enough of that. By the way, in case you're wondering, they send me these jokes in the mail and I have to use them. It's part of the Magician's Code. Anybody here ever heard of the Magician's Code? No, you haven't. You have not. You know why? Because there's no such thing. I made it up just to make me look smarter. Did it work? I'm getting a mixed response from the audience. Usually I get a resounding no, but okay, the kids are being nice to me. Hey, wait a second. How about if I teach you all the tricks? Is it okay? All right, now you kids put your thinking caps on because you really got to be thinking when you learn this trick. Okay, now I'm going to teach it to you. First I'm going to perform it, and then I'm going to teach it to you. You ready for this? Here we go. All right, I call it the purple handkerchief trick because that's the only name I could come up with. I'm not very creative. Okay, I take this purple handkerchief, I poke it in here, snap my fingers, reach under here, the silly thing turns green. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the world-famous color-changing handkerchief trick. It's been around for centuries.
Do that trick again.
Like that.
I didn't catch it.
All right, a little more out the bottom. It continues to turn green. Fascinating. A little more in the top, a little more out the bottom. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you have all witnessed the color-changing handkerchief trick. Isn't that neat?
He's holding it in his hand. That's why he's like.
This hand. See, I'm a professional tricky person. That's why I'm here tonight. Okay. Now, you all know you can't make a purple handkerchief turn green. You know this. You got to have one of these. What's that? Nice job, Maddie. Your parents will be proud, okay? There's that purple handkerchief. Now, here's what you do, kids. If you ever want to do this trick, have Mom or Dad take you down to the store and get you 2 handkerchiefs, all right? 2 handkerchiefs. But do yourselves a giant favor and get 2 different colors. You got that? All right? Don't do this if you can't figure that out. And by the way, I did this like 20 times with the same color handkerchief, so I'm speaking from experience. It doesn't work. Okay? Watch closely as I take one of the handkerchiefs and poke it in here. Now, obviously, when you do this, don't do it in front of the audience like I'm doing here tonight, because the smarter people will figure out that you're hiding something in there. You want that to look not suspicious at all. So as you come on stage, be very careful. Try not to look suspicious, and also don't ever open this hand, because they're going to see the green handkerchief. You have to keep it closed with the back of the hand to the audience. That is an extremely important rule, all right? So you come out here and you say, ladies and gentlemen, the purple handkerchief trick. Now, do not say that if you're using a pink handkerchief, because they're going to look at you funny, or orange, all right? You start poking the top one in like this. By the way, I choose kids that aren't talking to come up and help me on stage. Watch, I poke it like this, and I reach under here one more time, and it changes green. Also, kids, if you decide to do this trick for the friends or family, don't use the tops, leave the top sticking out like this, and do this number right here. You know why? Because the smarter people in the room are going to figure out right away, look at that, it looks like he's cheating and using 2 handkerchiefs. You want that to look like one handkerchief that's magically changing colors. It'll be more fun for you and your audience. And after you get the top one all the way in, you can pull the bottom one loose, but then you're forced to walk around for the rest of the day with your hand closed. And it looks a little funny, and you get a muscle cramp after a while. Because if you open this hand, they're going to see the purple handkerchief. You have to keep it closed with the back of the hand of the audience. And now you know the secret, huh? Were you paying attention? Were you taking notes?
Is he talking to me?
Oh boy. How about some sleight of hand? You folks ever heard of sleight of hand before? Me neither.
You just said it to me, so I did.
Yeah? Oh yeah, you've heard it. Yeah, right. He's getting technical on me. Don't analyze my routine. You're gonna figure out all kinds of problems with it.
Should I keep talking?
All right, I'm gonna do a little sleight of hand for you kids. And by the way, have you ever heard of this thing called sleight of hand? It's where magicians use their hands to do the magic. Where your weird uncle pulls quarters out of your ears, your nose, and stuff like that. By the way, in my family, I'm the weird uncle, so I know what I'm talking about. Some people say that the way the magicians get away with this is that the hand is quicker than the eye. Have you heard this before? I know you folks in the back have heard that before. Nobody has ever been able to tell whether the hand is quicker than the eye, so I brought Tessa back up here to do a little demonstration. Now, you kids pay close attention and see if you can tell if the hand is quicker than the eye. Give it a try, Tess. You guys got it? See, I used to have to do these jokes, and now I make her do it, and I get better laughs that way. Okay, she can get away with it. All right. So, did anybody figure it out? Don't try to figure it out. It's just a silly joke. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, sleight of hand. We're gonna do a little sleight of hand. If there's anybody in my wonderful audience who can tell me what this is right here, let's go over to these girls right here. Do you know what it is? Anybody back there? You can tell what it is.
Coin purse? The top of a coin purse?
It's the top of a coin purse. You people in the crummy seats can't tell, but that's what it is. It's hard to tell because there's no bottom on there. Do you see? Actually, that's not true. There is a bottom on this because this is a magic coin purse. It has an invisible bottom. You can't see it, you know why? Because it's invisible. Thank you very much. And it's magic too. So you can see that it's absolutely empty. In fact, I can actually open it up like this and put my hand in it, show it empty, but when I reach in this way, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer left his nose in there. And how in the world he's going to help Santa Claus on Christmas Eve if he doesn't have his nose? I have no idea. Anybody believe this is Rudolph's nose? No. Yeah, because it doesn't light up. And where is Rudolph's nose, by the way? On his face. So where's that? That's what I'm looking for.
It's his nose.
But it is more like a clown nose. Check this out. If I push right here, it makes a funny noise. You give it a try. You give it a try. This young lady right here, you give it a try. Here, you got to push right in the middle. You want to try it, honey? You try it. Here, you give it a try. She's trying. Good job. See, you got to push right in the middle. You got to push right in the middle. And you got to have one of these toy dog squeakers in your hand over here for that to work. So put your hands down. See, now I'm being the mean guy. Shame on me. I shouldn't do that. Okay, I'll tell you what. These things are pretty interesting, though. I can take that one sponge ball that I just took out of the magic coin purse, use my finger like a little saw, cut down through there, and get 2 of them. They multiply like gremlins. They're all over the floor of my house. Between these and the Legos, I can barely walk across the floor.
How do you even
Any
get
of you
to catch
parents ever had
that?
the wonderful experience of walking through the house at 3 o'clock in the morning in the dark and stepping on a Lego? Nobody, huh?
I have.
Okay, now this is the part where I make everybody disappear. All the kids are disappearing. Don't get excited, parents. You don't have the evening off. Here we go. I'm going to make all the kids disappear. You ready? Done. It worked. Did I mention at the beginning of the show I'm a little bit weird? There's a perfect example of it. You know why I don't have any glass in these glasses? Because I'm on a magician's salary. I can't afford them. That's only partly true. It's also so I can take these, put them up here like this, show my hands absolutely empty, make sure my sleeves are pulled back. Hands are empty, and now watch the magic. I'm going to take this ball and put it over here in the left hand. I'm going to take this ball and put it in the right hand. I do the magic move just like this. That's all that happens. Watch. It didn't work out?
No, they swapped spots.
Exactly. The young man down here knows. They changed places. He could tell. The rest of you weren't paying close enough attention. Let's try it again. See if you can. I don't know why this is funny up there, but don't get me laughing. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do it again and make them go back. Here we go. All right, there we go. They went back. They went back, all right?
It's not magic.
But not everybody believes it, so let's do it again. Here we go. Watch closely. All right, there we go. The empty hands. Now watch. I'm going to take, just like before, I'm going to take this ball that goes here. This ball goes here. The magic happens. Whew, this one disappears and jumps to this one. You knew it. You knew it. They don't like being alone. Isn't that cute? Okay, but there are people sitting in my audience that say, yeah, buddy, you could do that with your hands. What if I had to use somebody else's hands? And that's where this young lady comes in right here. Come up here and help me out, sweetheart. A big round of applause for my second audience volunteer. First, Madison, sorry. Madison, and now we've got our second audience volunteer, and your name is? Kinley, did I say it right? Tinley. I had a Tinley on stage with me the other day. So glad to have you here, Tinley. I want you to hold your hands together just like this. We're going to use your hands. In fact, I'm going to just pull your sleeves back a little bit so they don't accuse us of cheating, all right? All right. At least they don't accuse you of cheating. Watch. Okay, I'm going to put them just like that. Mom, you ready for this? You're rolling? Here we go. Watch. I'm going to take this ball, and Tinley, I'm going to put this in my left hand, and I'm going to put this one ball in her right hand. Close your hand nice and tight, just like that. Good job. Now, she's got one. I have one. We're going to do a little magic transformation if this works. Turn your hand like this, Tinley. We're going to do a fist bump. I know you know how to do a fist bump because you're a cool kid. Ready? 1, 2, 3, bump. Now, don't open your hand at all. Keep it nice and tight, but turn your hand over. Turn your hand over. Don't open it. I'm going to do this part right here. You know what? This is a move. This move, you know what it does?
See magic.
Guess, but I'll tell you what it really does. It doesn't do anything. It just looks goofy when a guy stands up here and pretends like it does. Okay, now watch this. Tinley, I'm going to give it a little squeeze. Now, you kids, do not take your hand off of, or your eyes off of her right hand. You're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. Look, mine disappears. Open your hand. Is there two? It worked, everybody, from my hand into hers, and now we're going to do this in reverse, all right? We're going to take two and put in your right hand, put the other hand on top like a clamshell. Perfect, like that. Okay, keep it tight. And lock your, there you go. So I can't possibly get in there. I have 0, she has 2. We're going to make one go back. You ready for this, Tinley? All right. I do this move. A bump on the back of the hand. I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to open together. I think I felt it happen. 1, 2, 3, open. I don't have any. It didn't work. Oh, gosh, she's got 3 now. Now we're out of control. We're going to be up to our eyeballs in these things. But, hey, this is really cool. Now that we have 3 of these things, we can do a guessing game. Tinley, you like guessing games? Okay, all you have to do, kids, is keep track of the little red balls. You ready for this? Just keep your eyes on the little red balls, and I'll go slowly at first. I take this ball, I put it over here in my right hand. You with me, Tinley? Okay. I take this ball, I put it in the left hand. I take this ball, I put it in the right hand, in the right pocket. How many balls do I have in the left hand?
1.
What? That's close. There's 3 in there. Somebody was guessing. Good. We'll try it again because not everybody knew what to expect. So we'll try it one more another time. Okay, watch. I take this ball. I put it over here in my right trousers pocket. This ball goes in the left hand. This ball goes in the trousers pocket. How many in the left hand?
3.
I'm not going to get them a second time, folks. They're too smart for that. Now, this is starting to get monotonous. Tinley, I don't know what that word means, but one time I was doing this, and somebody said, this is starting to get monotonous. So I'm going to take their word for it, and this is going to be the last time. You ready for this? Okay, I'm going to take this ball and put it in the right trousers pocket. That's like before. This ball goes in the left hand. This ball goes in the trousers pocket. How many in the left hand? 3, 2, 1. There's none in there. They come and go as they want to because they're magic splash balls.
I got it
Tinley,
right.
my awesome audience volunteer. A big round of applause, young lady. Good job.
I got it right.
Oh, now what are we going to do? I'll show you. I have time for a couple more before I get back on the bus. Should we, let's see, we got quite a few young ones here tonight. I'm going to have, I got to pick the right guy. Would you help me out, buddy? This guy right back here. How you doing, bud? What's your name? Gavin, so glad you're here. Now, Gavin, I gotta tell everybody something. I got a friend here in the Kansas City area. His name is Robert, and he does some what they call sideshow stunts. It's where they breathe fire and blow it back out. And they do he does the sword swallowing thing. Now I am way too chicken to do something like sword swallowing, but my buddy Robert told me a few little things about when you first learn how to do it. You don't learn how to swallow a sword and when you first start doing this from top to bottom, like you may have seen on television or maybe in real life. You don't learn how to swallow it from top to bottom. You learn how to swallow it from side to side, like this, okay? So in just a moment, everybody's going to sit there while I take that stainless steel sword and drive it right through Gavin's neck. But he's in good hands. He's in good hands. We're not here to put anybody in danger because I brought this little set of wooden stocks. Do you see this? A little set of wooden stocks. You're going to have fun with this, by the way. A little set of wooden stocks, and when your neck is sealed in there in just a moment, Gavin, that is called the no pain zone. You will not feel a thing. You'll be completely safe when I take the stainless steel sword and drive it from this side to the other side of the stock. You're not going to feel a thing, Gavin. Good job. Aren't you glad you volunteered? I guess I should have told you what you were volunteering for. Okay. Now, to make this more comfortable, because this is a little bit sharp, we're going to put this little handkerchief around your neck, okay? And by the way, when I started doing this trick, this thing was completely white. But you know, there's a learning curve. But you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Okay. Turn toward me. Here we go. Around the neck. You're doing great. You're in good hands. Don't worry. Anybody here with a camera? Are you back there? Okay, Cam. Okay, good job. All right, I'm going to put that around your neck like that. You're completely safe. Now, are you rolling? Okay, good. I want you to. There are little handles on either side. Okay, there's one there and one there. Hold on tight, because if something goes wrong, and it does occasionally, that'll keep the head from rolling out there and scaring the young ladies on the front row.
From 32 minutes
All right,
already.
Gavin, turn toward me. All right, you ready for this? Now, you just be honest with me. Remember, you're in the no pain zone. You won't feel a thing. But do you feel this?
Yeah.
What? You feel that? That's not a good sign, is it? Yeah, I knew I should have brushed up on those instructions last night. Ah, well, we'll just hope for the best. It's going to happen on the count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/2.
I'm scared.
2 3/4, 3. It goes all the way through just like this, and he does not feel a thing. Why? Because it's a magic trick. That's why. Isn't he awesome? He was great. He was great.
32 minutes already.
That was so much fun, and you were so brave. You did a good job there.
I was pausing that, right?
Don't drink anything for about 15 or 20 minutes and let that heal up, all right? And don't leave yet, Gavin, because you were so good at that, and that trick goes by so quickly that I wanted to keep you up here for a little card magic, okay? You ready for this?
No fair.
Gavin's going to help us with the card trick, ladies and gentlemen, and I brought my deck of playing cards. There it is, right there. I'll show it all around the room. Different colors and numbers, cards, cards, cards. In fact, we'll just take a look at them there. See them? Red ones, the black ones? Okay. I want you to reach in the middle. I'll spread it out like
Magic.
this. You reach in the middle and take one out. Your choice, anyone you'd like. Did you get one? Okay, you go ahead and look at it, Gavin.